Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The first down carry by Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now on first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And the Eagles in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
19 tight.
Throwing is Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warrior 70. Cowboy 80. 65.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll go again with Sanders. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Liking 18.
Another run with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 91 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marquise Bell. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, check that. Street.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
18 ready.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And some room to run now. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, The front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
19. Hey, nice ruffle. With Lion. Hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
19 tight.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Trap 50. Panther 11. 7 Pirates.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, 27 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And some room to work. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Connor. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. To the air again, Prescott. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd down, Elliott. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. There's Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Prescott on play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 77 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Steps away. That one complete to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Prescott now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to Elliott, and he's got him again.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Elliott.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point kind of knuckling home, but it is good. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And some space here. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Philly. 63 yards on the ground. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Sanders looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. That wants some type of a play.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Hurts will throw.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Prescott on first down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A give running left. It's Sanders. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And now here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.